What's up, guys? You're watching JBoy TV, and we are back with another reaction. Today we'll be reacting to Blowing in the Wind by Peter, Paul, and Mary. This was suggested by a patron, so you know I had to check it out. This is an interesting combo of names. I am not familiar with Peter, Paul, and Mary. If you are a returning viewer to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a ton. There are 100,000 of you guys that watch my videos and return to my videos, but over 85% of you guys are not subscribed. I know it can be easy to forget because my videos just pop up. I do the same thing sometimes. If this is your first time to the channel, I am new to the rock genre, exploring the mini classic rabbit holes, having a blast. If you want to join me on that journey, take a second to scroll down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss a video when I post. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you guys are interested in exclusive content or you want to ensure that I react to your suggestion, definitely consider checking out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. I have tons of reactions to classic songs that got blocked here from YouTube, songs that I know you guys would enjoy. That being said, let's get right into this video.
Sleeps in the sand. How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? One man have before you can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Man, very powerful song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. They kept the instrumentation simple on this one. They really wanted you to hear the message. Just a couple of acoustic guitars and the power of their voices. These guys sounded really good. Their voices are really strong together. Mary's voice is probably the strongest of the bunch, but it's definitely their collective effort that gives this one impact. There's not much else to cover in regards to instrumentation, so let's go ahead and get into the lyrics on this one. They said, how many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? Man, these are some really heavy lines here. So they're starting out asking these kind of rhetorical questions. The first one is, how many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? So basically, like, how much hardship is a man supposed to face before he earns that title? The world may say like he has to face a lot of hardship. Some might think he has to go to war, like be involved in conflict. But how much will satisfy the world's taste until they can say, oh, that's a man? So they're kind of just critically strictly thinking about the standards of the world. The next question says, how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? So a white dove generally represents peace, and they're saying like, how many places is this dove gonna have to fly before she finds an area to rest on? Basically insinuating that there's not any peace in the world. Everywhere the dove goes, there's conflict, there's fighting, so it can't rest there. People are always at odds, they're always pitted against each other. That division is like ever present in, you know, all societies. Then it says, how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? So how much damage do we have to see inflicted upon human beings before we see like it's not really worth all the destruction and the life that it takes? No one comes out of war being happy that it happened. The chorus goes, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. So basically saying like, we'll never know these answers. If something is being blown in the wind, it's usually being like taken around. You don't know which way it's going. You don't know where it's going to end up. And so the same with the answers to these questions. The answers are ever elusive. The next verse goes, how many years must a mountain exist before it is washed into the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he doesn't see? So here in this verse, I think the mountain represents like long-standing ideals or like problems that exist in society. And they're asking like, how long before this problem erodes away? How long is this mountain gonna have to be chipped away at until it's finally gone? And the answer is a long time, maybe never. Then it talks about people being held in captivity, basically. How long will people be prisoners in their mind before they realize, you know, what's going on in the world? Will they ever be able to look beyond themselves and take a real interest in the things that are going on around them? People are bound by selfishness, they're bound by propaganda, they're bound by certain systems that they grew up in. And this last question says, how many times can a man turn his head and pretend he doesn't see? How many times are you gonna look the other way? How many times can you look the other way? You see injustice going on, you see inequality going on, or you just see something that you know you could do something about, but you don't have the courage to put yourself out there and use your voice to take a stand. It's really like a groupthink mindset that people get caught in, and they never want to be the black sheep. They rather turn their head to it and just remain comfortable in where they're at. So it's some really deep stuff they're talking about here. Last verse I'll go over, it says, how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? So once again, talking about that awareness that people lack. If you're looking up and you don't see the sky, you're only seeing the ceiling, your mind is trapped and you don't think there's more out there, like the universe is expansive, but you're only seeing inside four walls, and that limits your mindset. Then it's talking about having empathy again. It said, how many years do you need before you can hear someone cry, and how many deaths does there need to be before too many people have died? So how long can you ignore pain and suffering, and how much carnage do you need to see, how much destruction do you need to see before you say that's enough? People have become apathetic, and more so they don't want to be the odd man out. They don't want to be the person that says, hey, that's wrong. People would much rather fit in than to stand up for what's right. And you see this in psychology with the bystander effect. A bunch of people are seeing something happen, but they assume someone else will do something about it. Man, this is a powerful song with a great message, great recommendation from you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys on the flip.